Nestled deep within Kenya's Great Rift Valley lies the Kedong Valley, a stretch of open land surrounded by towering hills and rolling savanna. Today, it feels peaceful, untouched. But in 1895, this valley bore witness to a tragedy that would echo across the history of East Africa: the Kedong Massacre. The 1890s were a time of upheaval. The British Empire, ambitious and relentless, was carving its path across the African continent. Their eyes were set on linking the Kenyan coast to the heart of Uganda through a massive project, the Uganda Railway. To them, it was a symbol of progress. To the local communities, it was a steel serpent slithering through sacred lands. Among the people whose land was threatened were the Maasai, proud nomadic pastoralists whose lives revolved around cattle, community, and honor. The Maasai were not strangers to conflict. Their warriors, known as Morans, were respected and feared. Their territory stretched across the highlands and valleys, including Kedong. As British caravans began moving through Maasai territory, tension quickly mounted. These caravans were large, made up of European explorers, Indian workers, and hundreds of African porters. They brought with them unfamiliar customs, invasive behavior, and the bold confidence of empire. To the Maasai, this was not exploration, it was encroachment. In late 1895, a caravan led by British adventurers entered the Kedong Valley. Among them was Andrew Dick, a Scottish big-game hunter known for his fiery temper and recklessness. Reports suggest a dispute erupted, possibly over cattle theft or an insult to Maasai warriors. Whatever the spark, it ignited a fire that would burn deep. The Maasai attacked with strategic precision. Hundreds of warriors swept down upon the caravan. Over 500 men, most of them African porters and Indian laborers, were killed. Only a few escaped. The ground of Kedong ran red with blood. It was not a random raid, it was a message: you are not welcome here. Back in Nairobi and Mombasa, news of the massacre sent shockwaves through the colonial administration. The British, already determined to dominate the region, used the incident as justification for immediate and brutal retaliation. Punitive military expeditions were launched. Villages were burned, livestock was seized, warriors were hunted. The Maasai, like many other communities, found themselves forced into submission. Yet the Kedong Massacre was more than a single battle. It was a symbol of a much larger conflict, a clash between empire and tradition, between outsiders and indigenous stewards of the land. It marked a turning point in Kenya's colonial history. After Kedong, the British became more aggressive, more determined to suppress resistance and consolidate control. And the Maasai? Though their power was weakened, their spirit endured. They adapted, survived, and carried the memory of Kedong in their songs, their stories, and their silence. Today, few markers remain in the valley. No grand memorial, no statue, just wind in the grass and whispers in the hills. But for those who know, Kedong is not forgotten. It is a reminder of resilience, of struggle, and of the high cost of imperial ambition.